Well, welcome everyone to Kids Church. Even though we can't meet at the church building at the moment all together, it's great that we can still have church. Church is simply people who love and follow Jesus meeting together to learn about God, talk about God, talk to God, give praise to God, and encourage each other to keep on following God. And we can do that in the church building, but we can also do that anywhere else we can meet at the moment. And it's the same for you kids this morning. This term at Kids Church, we're going to be looking through the book of 1 John. It's a letter that one of Jesus' best friends, John, wrote to churches just like us to make sure we understood just how amazing Jesus actually is. He wanted to make sure we believed the right stuff about Jesus, the right stuff about a life lived following him. So this morning, let's start by taking a look at his letter.
Good morning, Dobber Baptist Church. Today we will be reading from 1 John, chapters 1, verses 1 to 4. We write you now about something that has always existed. We have heard, we have seen with our own eyes, we have watched and we have touched with our hands. We write to you about the word that gives life. He who gives life was shown to us. We saw him and we can give proof about it. And now we tell you that he has life that continues forever. The one who gives this life was with God the Father. God showed him to us. Now we tell you what we have seen and heard because we want you to have fellowship with us. The fellowship we share together is with God the Father and his Son, Jesus Christ. We write this to you so that you may be full of joy.
Thanks, Matthew. So John begins his letter by telling us how we get to know God. Over 2,000 years ago, something amazing happened. God made it possible for us to know him better. So God sent his son Jesus into the world. Jesus taught people. Jesus made sick people well. Jesus made the wind and waves stop. Jesus died on a cross. Jesus was buried in a tomb. Jesus rose from the dead. Have you ever wondered how we know all this? It happened over 2,000 years ago. Well, let's start again. Over 2,000 years ago, something amazing happened. God sent his son Jesus into the world. When Jesus taught people, his 12 followers heard what Jesus said. When Jesus made sick people well, his 12 followers saw what Jesus did. When Jesus made the wind and waves stop, his 12 followers saw it all. When Jesus died on a cross, his 12 followers saw him die. When Jesus was buried in a tomb, his 12 followers saw where he was put. And when Jesus rose from the dead, his 12 followers touched his hands and side. They even saw him go back up into heaven. After Jesus went back to heaven, his 12 followers told everyone about what they had seen, heard, and touched. Some told the Jews in Jerusalem, and some told the Greeks in Asia. Others wrote it all down. Why did they want us to know about Jesus? So that we can know God. We can only know God if we know Jesus. We can only know Jesus because Jesus' followers saw what he did, heard what he said, and even touched him. They then wrote it all down in the Bible for us. When we read the Bible, we can find out the good news about Jesus. The good news that because of Jesus, we can know God.
God is great. 7, 6, 5, God's alive. 4, 3, 7